I don't ever slow up, no I don't take I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a
Hello YouTube. Somebody wanted me to talk about the changes I saw when I got out, released from prison. And I think I kind of covered that before, but not real well. So I'll do that today. Notification bell. Let's get into this. When I first got out, before I got out, like the last day, it seemed like it took forever. Actually, when I found out I had a date, the next 16 months went by real slow. I mean, crazy slow. But the last day went by real slow because I'd already turned in my property, and I knew I was getting out the next morning. You know, they release you at around 7:30 in the morning. You know, they tell you to come to the front. But so that, you know, you have all kinds of emotions. You know, I was nervous, happy, excited, all kinds of things. You know, you can't help it. And so anyway, I get out, and it was kind of funny because everybody wanted to show me everything. You know, they wanted me to try different foods and stuff. I mean, the first few days it was just, I didn't have a great time to rest. Everybody was showing me everything. You know, hey, have you been here? You know, have you tried this? Have you tried that? And, you know, I was in prison 29 years. There's things that came out while I was in prison that wasn't there. You know, different foods. You know, they wanted me to try. You know, some of them I liked, some of them I didn't. But I'm sorry for this echo because all these rooms are empty and we're redoing and everything, you know. But they took me different places, you know, like Bass Pro in Springfield. When I went to prison, it was a real small thing, and now it's just huge, you know. I couldn't believe it. But so I went to prison in '87, so there was no internet, you know, like what you know now, you know. Phones were landline, pay phones, you know, in street corners and stuff. So if you wanted to make a call, you either had to be at home or sometimes in like a bar or a business place that they'll let you make a phone call. Or there was pay phones everywhere. And I still see one once in a while, but I think they're mainly just for looks, you know. And I would try to use one and see if it works. But so the internet, you know, in prison I had TV, so I kind of kept up on the different things that come out, the video games, the internet, and this and that. But I really had no clue of what it really was. You know, I had an idea, but I really didn't have no clue. The stores, like. Let me give you a good example here, like Walmart's. You go to Walmart, before I got incarcerated, they had these signs hanging, and they was all like cardboard, paper, whatever, you know, signs, and now they're electronic. Same way at the gas station. They used to have to change the prices that was up on these high poles, with a long pole, and they'd reach up there and change the price of the gas, you know. And now, in most of them, it's done electronically. You know, so just imagine the price of gas change. You go out there and this long ass pole and sticking it up there. And I've seen a couple places where they still do that, you know, but I'm thinking, why don't you change it to electronic, you know? Before I got incarcerated, like people in my town never locked their doors. And many times they didn't have curtains covering the windows. They had curtains, but you could still see in the windows, you know. And now everybody pretty much locks their doors when they leave. The curtains are closed, you can't see in, you know. I mean, not that I'm trying to see in, but I mean, I'm just telling you the way it used to be, you know. You could pull up to somebody's house that you knew, and if he was doing something outside, you just automatically start helping him. And I've noticed that there's some people that still do that, but most won't. You know, usually the guy that's doing something will stop. You know, it's just little things that I've noticed. You know, like people will message each other on Messenger in the same house. You know, my neighbor, I'll go across the street to talk to him. People say, well, why don't you just message me? Because I'm used to talking to people face to face, you know. I like face to face conversations or talking on the phone or something, you know. This message and stuff, you know, I do message people, but it's usually those who are a long ways. But if somebody's just like across the street or in the same house, I'm not going to message them, you know. I did it a couple times as a joke, but being serious, no, you know. You know, if you're my neighbor, you know, I'll go over and knock. Or if you're outside, I'll go over and talk to you. You know, if we get along like that, you know, I very rarely will I message you. You know, and it doesn't bother me when they do the same to me, you know. But like, especially young people, they don't understand it. You know, it's like they can't get off the phone. You know, they gotta always be on the phone. You know, I seen a guy in Springfield here a while back. He was following his grandmother or somebody. They was getting ready to walk into the store. I was sitting in the truck that we were in. You know, it's too many people. Sometimes when there's too many people, I can't deal with it. You know, I hate crowds. But anyway, he was on his phone, walking, and walked right in front of the car. Almost got hit, you know. Sometimes these people, you'll say something to them, you know, like, if somebody you know, get along with, say, hey, you know, whatever you want to say to them, and they're like so stuck on the phone that they don't even hear you, you know. So you kind of, hey, and then they're like, what? You know? But just little things like that, you know. I've noticed that people in stores, when I first got out, I thought that it was on purpose, you know. And, you know, I just came from the penitentiary. And, like if you're they do it in vehicles too, but a good example is like when you're in a store and somebody cuts you off, you know. I used to think, well, you know, he's trying to punk me out. You know, and I had to check myself from saying something to this dude, you know. I'm on parole. But I got to realizing that a lot of times they don't realize they did it, you know. So I just let it go, you know. But if I think they did it on purpose, I'll say something to them, you know. Same way with holding the door open, you know. Most people still appreciate it. Older people, you know, you hold the door open for them, they still appreciate it. And I was raised to do that, you know. Somebody got their hands full, somebody's older, whatever, you hold the door open. I do it for anybody, it doesn't matter. So I was at Casey's and seen this old woman coming as I was getting ready to go in, so I held the door open for her. And here comes a young couple, man and woman, you know, like 19, 20. And the woman says, I know how to open the door. And I said, well, I'm just being nice and holding the door open for you. And the guy says, that's my girlfriend, dude. That's my woman. Did you think I was hitting on her? Because I wasn't. You know? Dang, you're old enough to be my children. Or young enough to be my children, you know? And any younger, I might have been grandpa, grandkids. But anyway, these are the changes I see, you know, that's in society, and everybody gets offended by every little thing, you know. Look, if you ask me my opinion about something, I will give you my opinion. But don't get mad if you don't like the answer. Not everybody's going to agree on one another. You know, we're all different. So my opinion may be different than yours. And if you ask me if I know about something and I give you a fact, then you can disagree with me, but you know, when I prove you wrong, don't get mad. You know, who is it that says facts don't care about feelings? Oh, before I go any farther, I heard this song the other day, and it's called Withdrawals. Now, it didn't affect me too much, but there's people who are addicts or former addicts, and it hit them hard, and they, many of them were in tears, you know, that I know that listened to it. And the ones that weren't said that they can relate, and it applies to them too. So, if any of you guys have been addicted to any type of drugs or anything, alcohol, whatever it is, check out Tom McDonald Withdrawals. See what you think. You know, like I said, I've never been an addict, so I like the song and everything, but I did not. It didn't really apply to me, you know. So, and I think that's. I think I about covered everything on the changes in society when I got out, you know. Oh, you know, of course the phones, the cell phones, you know, when I was before I was incarcerated, it was landlines, and, you know, I told you about that, you know, pay phones and all that, this and that, but even later, like right before I went to prison, they had these phones for cars, and they was like $4,000 or something, but you plugged them in, you know. And I don't know how good they were, but I think only like richer people had them, you know. But that's all I got for you today. Thank you for watching. And if I don't do one this weekend, it'll be Monday. I always try to get one out Monday and Wednesdays and Fridays, you know. And weekends are iffy, you know. But we'll see. And thank you for watching. And comment. I'll try to answer all the comments anybody has. And see you next time. Bye.
We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost.